And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 4. You're going to have to listen to Bangers and Smash again. I'm here with the Star Spangled Hammer.
Yeah, we got a wild one here for you as Magic City is about to take on Maelstrom, and a really interesting matchup that we saw back in Spring Roll, in which Magic City was only able to skate away with a 38-point victory. So, and I got to say, after watching Maelstrom play in Portland at Quadtastrophe, they looked significantly improved from that venture at Spring Roll. So I think Magic City's in for a real battle here.
Absolutely. I think we're looking at another edge-of-your-seat game coming up. And it's definitely going to be a challenge for Magic City to make sure they don't let Maelstrom walk away with this one.
Well, you know what? That's exactly what you expect out of a 4 versus 5 matchup. Two very evenly matched teams. Now, Magic City obviously has the edge in skating skill. Bunch of jam skaters background, wild, crazy moves, apex jumps, all that. Maelstrom plays more of a blue-collar type of derby. You're going to see a lot of walls, a lot of standard play, a lot of good strategy.
Let's see if we can run through the rosters here real quick as we get going. In the green and gold, it's going to be the Magic City Misfits. It's going to be number 0, Heath Frazier. Number 15, Jeff Glisson. Number 19, Jeremy Strecker. Number 2, Michael Bruce. Number 22, Milton Borens. Number 27, Michael Bratz. Number 4, TJ Binkley. Number 42, John Weichel. Number 44, Michael Cowart. Number 45, Jason Mosley. Number 6, Robert Howard. Number 69, Christopher Harrell. Number 86, Tim Kugler. And number 9, Christopher Smith.
And for the Maelstrom, we got number 109, Cilantro. 1337, Gaudet. 1993, Jurassic Park. Number 2, Conlon. 32, Smitochondria. 40, Mycopathic Chiller. 508, No Big Deal. 5150, Jackhammered. 562, Colleran. 615, Mars Travolta. 7, Hasselman. 775, Deep Insider. 8, Burnt Reynolds. And number 80, Eric Pinar.
Alrighty, and we're already into the action on the track here. Number 4, Binkley is jamming for Magic City and clears the pack, takes lead. Jamming for Maelstrom, it's Jurassic Park. He is out of the pack and looking to close up that distance between the two. Binkley is going to go ahead and signal the call off. 1 point looks like going to go on the board there for Magic City.
Yeah, Binkley has, TJ Binkley throughout the week has made it sound like this is probably going to be his last hurrah with Magic City. I've heard that he's going to be joining Arizona next year. So, only got a couple years left, and according to him, so he's going to play in Arizona where he's living now. So,
that's always the best way to do it if you got a team right in your local area.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be number 44, Michael Coward, up on the jam line for Magic City. And number 8, Burt Reynolds for Maelstrom. Burnt Reynolds taking the inside line, grabs lead jammer, notices everybody in there leaning on Michael Coward and takes advantage of that and gets through there.
Oh, nice little move there. He jumped back just as the jammer for Magic City was jumping back in, and he drew the track cut.
That's it. That was number 7, Hasselman, getting that track cut. So this is now a power jam for Maelstrom and Burnt Reynolds. Burnt Reynolds in the pack, stuck behind that wall of Magic City Misfits.
Looking at that jammer panties looking precarious on his helmet there. It might just pop off at some point. I hope his bench is telling him he needs to fix that, because that could be trouble. There he goes, adjusting it as he re-enters the pack.
Saw the bench coach there kind of point at the helmet, and I think she screamed, "Put your panty back on." Burnt Reynolds back into the back of the pack, looking to put some more points on the board for Maelstrom. Already Maelstrom going to take that early lead with this power jam. And there it is, going to be another 5 on the board for Maelstrom. Misfits losing another blocker to the Notorious RED penalty box. Notorious RED penalty box is full currently. Maelstrom with all their players still on the track as that jam comes to an end.
That was a great play by the jammer. He looked over at the bench at the penalty box. He saw that the Magic City jammer was standing and called that jam off. So now they're going to get to start this jam. Conlon is unopposed on the jammer line.
So a power start for Maelstrom when we get back into the action. 27:15 on the clock. Maelstrom after that jam jumping ahead 13 points, 1-14. Let's see if Maelstrom can keep up this momentum.
Maelstrom also enjoying a 4-on-2 pack advantage.
And that's going to do it for Conlon. He's able to grab that lead jammer before the jammer for Magic City Misfits even returns to the track. But it looks like Michael Coward now back on the track and in for his initial pass. 4-wall of Maelstrom blockers, though, makes it a little difficult for him as 5 points go on the board for Conlon.
Wow, big mix up there going into turn 1. That's Eric Benar cycling all the way to the back along with number 44, Michael Coward.
Another 5 points put on the board by Conlon.
So Maelstrom here early, kind of exerting some physical presence there in the packs.
As it didn't help that that Magic City lost most of their pack there during the last couple of jams, and that just gives Maelstrom the opportunity to run away with the score.
Well, you know, we saw the same thing in the Puget Sound Gatekeepers bout. It doesn't matter how good you can skate. 4-on-2 is not a situation you want to be in.
That is absolutely true. Even if you're the best blocker in the world, only having 2 people on the line definitely makes it a lot tougher to keep the score low. And it's going to be number 19 taking the jam line. That's going to be Jeremy Strecker,
formerly known as Streak. And oh, look at that. Evidently at the end of the jam there, Conlon was sent off for a forearm. So now Magic City is going to go on the power jam.
Let's see if this helps Magic City get in this power jam. Already lead jammer going to Magic City, and Pack basically is still standing inside the blocker box there as Strecker comes back around the corner into the pack and takes a hit to the infield, recycles back up and ready to move. Able to stay on 1 foot, but then takes another hit.
But that skate came back in before he fell down.
That's going to make this a cutting the track penalty. So in just a moment, we're going to have Conlon rejoin us on the track.
Yeah, so what could have been a really great opportunity here for Magic City is now going to sway the other way as Conlon returns to play.
Conlon going to take the long way around instead of skating backwards there. But he is back on the track and looking to put some points, some more points on the board for Maelstrom.
Meanwhile, Eric Benar rejoins his blocking teammates. So a 4-on-4 pack now. The only player in the penalty box would be Streak serving for that track cut.
Looks like Christopher Smith, number 9 for Magic City, headed to the penalty box for a clockwise block there.
Conlon, meanwhile, going to work at the front. I think it's going to be another 5. Yes, it is.
Pack stretched to the max there on the Maelstrom side. They see number 19, Jeremy Strecker, standing up. He's returning the track. He's also going to take the long way around. As Conlon up at the front of the pack, still trying to get through and put those points on the board.
Streak looking for a seam to attack, not getting much from that Maelstrom wall. Ooh. Jeremy Strecker still working at the back, forced out of play, and he's just going to stand there and take a break.
Conlon through for another 5 points, going to go ahead and end the jam. Magic City does pick up 4, so some movement on the board for them during that last pass. And it's going to be 5:39 with 23:20 remaining on the clock.
So Maelstrom definitely coming out and exerting some control here, quickly up 39-5. We'll see if they can carry this or if Magic City can rally. And we are back in action. That is TJ Binkley out there for Magic City. And that's Cilantro, also known as Cilantro. And Cilantro is going to be your lead jammer.
Binkley clearing the pack, so not going to give up too many points to the Maelstrom as Cilantro comes through, calls off the jam, gets his 4 points, and gets out.
Yeah, very smart play there. Cilantro knew that TJ Binkley had gotten out of the pack, so he just calls it off.
That's it. Michael Coward returning to the jam line, number 44 in the green and gold for Magic City, and a face-off against Jurassic Park for Maelstrom in the blue and white. Coward taking the early space in the pack there, gets up to the front, but gets held up by that wall. And number 7 from Mass Maelstrom, that's Hasselman again, managing to take him out. Meanwhile, taking lead jammer, Jurassic Park makes his way out of the pack, and now he's coming back up on the pack for his scoring pass.
Jurassic Park, he likes to get so low that sometimes I think his beard actually drags on the ground and gets tangled up in his skates.
He's going to go ahead and put 5 up on the board and get out of that jam. Mass Maelstrom, I think, doesn't want to take any chances here. They're going to just put their points and get out. Put their points and get out. They've got a nice, decent lead here. Probably not a bad strategy to just keep pushing to be, ahead as far as you can.
No, it may not be very exciting to watch, but it's smart derby. You get your points, hit the pack, get those points, get off the track, reset, do it again.
And it's going to be number 8 jamming for Mass Maelstrom. That's Burnt Reynolds. I'm going to say Burt all the time.
It's hard not to.
Burnt Reynolds makes his way out of the pack there after taking a hit to the outside. He's able to come right back on, grabs lead jammer, and it's number 4, TJ Binkley jamming for Magic City. He is out of the pack and behind Burnt Reynolds. Going to try to catch up. Burnt Reynolds into the pack, going to get his 4 and call off the jam.
Yeah, getting dangerously close there to skating out of bounds as he called that jam off. Saw number 42, John Wickel, skate off, but I have not seen yet why he was sent off. Even Ringster not showing anything, so. Oh, there we go. That is a direction of gameplay he was sent off for. So, Cilantro back on the track going up against Jeremy Strecker.
Both jammers tangled up in the wall. Strecker, though, finds his way around, takes lead jammer for Magic City. Magic City now going to be looking to make some momentum happen here for him. It looks like Strecker might be the one to make it happen here. Still caught in the pack. Cilantro, 2 blockers to get around as just walking through the pack. Strecker picks up all 5 points for Magic City.
Streak is such a dangerous player. He has such great ability to turn left and right. He's on it. I mean, practically on a dime. I mean, you saw how he just shedded that speed as he was entering the pack. Jeremy Strecker calls that jam off.
Great jammer awareness there as he's coming in, taking some hits as he's trying to spin around. I mean, lots of action happening there for him. He still knew where the other jammer was. Goes ahead and signals to get out of there.
Yeah, Craig Keeler tweets to us, look at that level of skating. Anyone else excited for a World Cup in March? I know Team Scotland is.
I am definitely excited for World Cup. It's too bad I don't have the money to get over that way. I'd love to go over there.
That's the trick, always getting over there.
But I'll definitely be watching that on the broadcast too.
Erica Busy liked my comment about blue collar roller derby. She says I'm cray cray.
Yeah, and that's Double H, of course.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, back to the action out there. Michael Coward jamming once again for Magic City. Magic City taking lead jammer again. Quickly finds his way out of that pack. Meanwhile, Jurassic Park getting beat down in the pack there, still looking for his way out. He finds it and is now eligible to score. Michael Coward back in the backside of the pack there, looking to fight his way through, but that is just, it looked like the entire pack was squashed together, trying to hold him back. Didn't matter what team you were on.
Yeah, I have been a big fan of Eric Benar and Jurassic Park ever since I saw them skate with Pioneer Valley years ago. They just bring such an energy and exuberance, and just their skating style is just so powerful. The big strides, the quick moves, it's just a lot of fun to watch.
It's going to be number 2, Conlin, up on the jam line for Mass Maelstrom, up against number 4, TJ Binkley for Magic City. TJ Binkley around the inside, but his foot does touch down on the infield. That's going to be a cut. That's going to make this a power jam for Mass Maelstrom. And Conlin, who's kind of stuck there behind a very tough wall. That's number 69.
Well, and no sooner do they get the power jam, but now they're also up 4-2 in the pack, as Magic City finding themselves in penalty trouble again.
That's it. That notorious RED penalty box continues to find skaters in green and gold sitting in those chairs, whereas Mass Maelstrom is able to keep it pretty clean, and this shows, it reflects in the score. Conlon back in for another scoring pass, takes a hit to the outfield and recycles and sets himself back up. He's through again for another 5 points.
Having an equipment malfunction here. Now we're set.
Conlon back through the pack, easily walking along the outside there, past number 69, Christopher Harrell, and number 9, Christopher Smith.
Yeah, right as he was coming out of turn 4, he saw TJ start to stand up. He's like, I'm just going to call this off.
That's it. That's been the strategy I've seen of late, is to get those power starts. Gives your jammer that opportunity to grab that lead jam before the other jammer's even on the track.
Yeah, now for my opportunity to pull some stats completely out of thin air, I'm going to say that 85% of the time when you start on a pose, you're going to get lead jammer.
And that seems to be the case. Without any solid math, I'm going to just take Miss C's thing and call that an unofficial, officially unofficial stat.
Yes.
And we're back into the action. Number 508, no big deal, jamming for Mass Maelstrom, looking to get that lead jammer before number 4, TJ Binkley, returns. And he grabs it just after TJ rejoins us on the track. TJ walking through the pack pretty quick there, and now eligible to score.
Yeah, really a bit of a mental breakdown there by Mass Maelstrom, not knowing where. Oh. And there it is, the skating out of bounds penalty. We had heard that they were going to be really watching that this tournament, and sure enough, that's going to give Magic City a power jam here. That's it,
and this is what Magic City needs right now, and TJ Binkley in there going to be looking to be the person that makes the difference for him, closing up that 40-plus points opening that's happening right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're less than 15 minutes into the game. There's no need to push anything. Just get your points where you can get them and get off the track.
TJ being taken to the outfield. They're going to get recycled. You see the Misfits with a wall at the back of the pack there, making sure that recycle doesn't happen too much.
Interesting stat just passed over to me by Ruckus Ron. Magic City Misfits have played only 6 bouts this year. Their last game was in June, whereas Mass Maelstrom played 9. They played 4 games in August alone.
Looks like TJ going down on the track there, and we got the EMTs coming out. Of course, we want to say thank you very much to the EMTs for all the hard work they do, making sure that all of our skaters are safe.
Well, it looked like he had taken a shot to the neck earlier in the jam. I'm not sure if this is related to that or something completely different.
And when he went down, I kind of saw him with his face, so maybe another hit to the face or something. He's up and he's skating out. So, with the jam being called off for an injury, of course, that means we won't see him for a few jams, but he is going back to the bench. So we'll see him again in this game and later in the tournament.
Yeah, sometimes what's happened is you just catch just a glance to the nose and your eyes start to water and you can't see. That may have been what happened there.
Yeah, those definitely are not pleasant little hits. It's going to be number 44, Michael Cowart, up on the jam line for Power Jam as we continue in the Power Jam for Magic City. Binkley was able to increase Magic's score to 25 during that last little bit of jam. Looks like we do have an official timeout right now.
It also appears that Magic City will start with a 4-on-3 pack advantage to go along with their Power Jam. If you have comments or questions, send us a message on Twitter, #TalkToMRDA. That's talk the number 2 MRDA. We have been watching it all day, getting some really entertaining comments, especially during the New York bout. There were a lot of comments about Jeffrey's garment malfunction, I guess would be the way to, except it's not really malfunction because it happens all the time.
You could also send us your pictures of your viewing parties. We've had some interesting ones. I saw somebody's breakfast earlier this morning. It looks so delicious.
Well, I had to laugh because during the fire drill, people were posting pictures of their fire alarms in their house. I thought that was rather entertaining. But so, Michael Cowart has to recycle.
He does have lead jammer already, so it has worked out for Magic City. They grabbed lead jammer before any jammer returns. I do see no big deal standing up. He is actually coming back to the track as Michael Cowart recycling all the way back behind that pack again. illegal procedure being called on No Big Deal. He's going to return to the penalty box. I believe that was an illegal entry. He may have come in front of Cowart there, maybe.
I didn't see it, but I don't have the view they do.
And Cowart threw 5 points on the board. Magic City still continuing to make that headway. Only 2 players. It looks like we've had kind of a dramatic shift up here, because earlier it was Magic City with only 2 players on the track. Now it's Mass Maelstrom with only 2 blockers on the track.
Yeah, there's absolutely a momentum shift going on here. However, Mass Maelstrom is playing some really staunch defense. They have not given up a whole lot of points. I think only 10 points during this power jam that is now going to end up basically being a double power jam due to the illegal procedure.
And that you're correct. It was only 10 points during that one. So, yeah, we're definitely seeing some strong blocking from Mass Maelstrom. But is it costing them at the same time? We're seeing their blockers head off to the penalty box a considerable more amount than they were before.
Yeah, they did at least get out of there with only 1 blocker going to the penalty box. So it'll only be 4 on 3 as Jeremy Strecker takes the line now for Magic City.
Strecker comes in, hits that wall once again. He takes a hit to the outfield. A little bit of a recycle there, but he's right back on the track, looking to make his way around number 615, Mars Travolta. And he's through past all 3 blockers. Grabs lead jammer for Magic City.
Yeah, some nice defense there by Jack Hammer to stand and streak up.
Pack stretching out to its maximum point there, as No Big Deal returning to the track for Mass Maelstrom. Strecker through again, but it's going to be a forearm call. That's going to turn this into a power jam for Mass Maelstrom.
Well, it appears that neither team wants to field a jammer so far this game, as we've seen numerous jammer penalties.
Perhaps that's what it is. I want to be the jammer for the rest of the game.
Yes. It's like we're playing that Japanese roller game where only 1 jammer gets to play at a time.
That's it. Another blocker for Magic City going to the penalty box. Magic City slowly filling that penalty box back up.
That's right. We're just bringing a little international flavor to the game here today, playing a little Japanese roller game.
No Big Deal continuing to make his way around and puts points on the board for Mass Maelstrom.
Oh, Jackhammer with a big hit. That was on John Wickel. That's one thing you see a lot in the men's game is this turnaround style where you're facing the opposing jammer or blocker. It's kind of crazy if you ask me.
All I'm guessing is they really like to take shoulders to their sternums.
I guess.
Another 5 points on the board by No Big Deal there. Now he's back into the pack again, looking to put 5 more. Magic City losing another blocker. Strecker returning to the track and coming up on the pack, looking to put some points on the board for Magic City.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jackhammer's been doing a very fine job back there defending for the Mass Maelstrom. Really, the entire team right now for Mass Maelstrom has been doing a very fine job defensively, really limiting the mistakes that their jammers have made in damage.
Absolutely, and if you look at the scoreboard, Magic City able to make a little bit of headway there. Mass Maelstrom, though, making some more headway, so now we're at a 50-point game. And we're finally both jammers back on the track. Number 8, Burnt Reynolds, jamming for Mass Maelstrom with a back block as he comes out of the pack. That means lead jammer goes to number 44, Michael Cowart, and it's a power jam for Magic City.
Yeah, I was wondering if they're going to call it. I saw it right off the whistle. Seemed like a little bit of a late call, but you know what? He's the ref. He gets to do what he wants.
And look at this ball. Michael Cowart coming in to the blocker there, holding onto his foot, but he's going to go to the penalty box. Gigantic hit there. Michael Cowart through, puts 5 points on the board.
So a 3-on-3 pack right now. Power jam for Magic City. We'll see if Mass Maelstrom can continue to limit the damage. Now a clean penalty box for Magic City, and as Jeremy Strecker calls that jam off. I'm sorry, that was Michael Cowart.
Yeah. And it's going to be TJ Binkley who takes over the power jam. Magic City making a 10-point move there during that last jam. So now we've got a 40-point game, and they're going to be looking to TJ to close up that 40 points during his power jam.
Yep, good to see TJ back out there on the jammer line, the Ringster jammer line.
And Binkley quickly up to the wall, stretches it out, makes his way through. Lead jammer going to Binkley. Mass Maelstrom blockers with one up in the wall, doing some offensive blocking, and the rest kind of stretching that pack back. Forearm call on TJ Binkley, just as number 8 Burnt Reynolds heads back onto the track, so he's going to have to serve a whole penalty. Power jam for Mass Maelstrom.
So yeah, TJ Binkley taking a trip to the notorious RED penalty box. The crowd not happy at all with that call.
No, but you know what? You can smell clean even if you skate dirty.
That's right.
Notorious RED gear deodorant.
That is such a great tagline. I love that.
There's 5 more points on the board for Mass Maelstrom, and that, once again, that's Burnt Reynolds out there jamming for the Maelstrom. Coming back into the pack, into the wall. He takes a little bit of a fall there. That was a nice jump by number 6, Howard, looking to take out Burnt Reynolds, but it just didn't connect there. Another 5 points on the board for Burnt Reynolds.
And once again, we see Magic City in penalty trouble as they only have 2 blockers out there to 4 for Mass Maelstrom. And it is hard to stop any team when you're outnumbered 4-2 in the pack.
Absolutely, and Mass Maelstrom blockers actually doing the passive offense. They don't really even have to go up in there, just because Burnt Reynolds so good on his feet and just able to walk through that wall.
Well, what I'm seeing out of Mass Maelstrom is they're doing almost like a play-action pass in football. They're setting up passive, and then every once in a while they'll crash that wall.
TJ Binkley coming back onto the track into the pack hard, takes the fall, and he's going to be sent out for a penalty. So we're going to go right back into a power jam for Mass Maelstrom. I believe that penalty was a low block call because he fell, and I believe somebody tripped over him, kind of almost got a skate in the face there.
Yeah, it's looking like a low block, yeah.
As that jam comes to an end, it looks like Magic City's going to call a timeout. Maybe regroup just a little bit. I see them gathering around their bench and getting ready to talk.
Yeah, meanwhile, this game is getting a little bit out of hand as it's now a 68. I'm sorry. Now they're expecting me to do math again. Come on.
No, I can't do math either, so.
So later tonight, we're going to see at 5:30, Deep Valley is going to take on Bridgetown Menace in the consolation bracket, and then Puget Sound will take on the loser of this bout, either Magic City or Massachusetts. So 7:30 tonight, still a lot of great derby action here to go in the 2013 MRDA Championships here on WFTDA.tv.
That's right. If you're just joining us, or if you weren't here earlier on, the reason everything is an hour later than the schedule says is because we had an hour-long break in momentum there because of the fire alarm. Not a fire. I don't know that there was a fire, but there was a fire alarm.
Yeah, I mean, all the fire department had to do was ask, and we probably would have let them in free. They really didn't need to set off the alarms just so they could get into the event.
It looks like as we get ready to start this power jam, it's going to be Jurassic Park up on the jam line for Mass Maelstrom, and it's going to be a 4-on-3 pack as Magic City has both a jammer and a blocker in the notorious RED penalty box.
I'll tell you what, right now, penalty is the name of the game for Magic City. It is really what is causing all these problems. They just cannot stay on the track.
Jurassic Park fighting his way through with a little spin there at the end, taking lead jammer as he exits the pack. Magic City's got all of their blockers back as number 0. Heath Frazier rejoins us on the track. Jurassic Park back into the pack, looking to get back through there and put those points on the board. And that's going to be all 5.
Man is just so stable on his skates, so hard to take down. He was taking just hit after hit, just willed his way through that pack.
Absolutely, kind of like a Gumby doll almost. You hit him one way, and just the upper body kind of moves. The feet stay locked in place, and he's through again. Another 5 points on the board.
Yeah. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
That's it.
So big shout out, happy 7th birthday to Mass Maelstrom's biggest fan, Emma. So Emma, if you're out there, happy birthday. Glad to have you watching here on WFTDA.tv.
And maybe that's why Mass Maelstrom is doing so good. They want to win this game for you, Emma.
That's what it is. Let's go win one for Emma, Mass.
That's a great job here. Again, power start happening as we get lined up for the next jam. Cilantro up on the jam line with an opportunity to grab lead jammer quickly before number 4 TJ Binkley is able to rejoin us on the track.
So TJ Binkley does now return to play. Meanwhile, still trying to get lead jammer, is now lead jammer for Mass Maelstrom.
TJ takes a hit to the outfield, going to get recycled. Mass Maelstrom really good about stretching out that pack, able to do that rubber band really fast. Takes TJ all the way back. TJ through now. That was his initial pass. Cilantro going to go ahead and signal the call off the jam. He does manage to pick up all 5 points during that pass.
I'll tell you what I saw in that jam, and it worries me very much for Magic City, is a look of frustration. Magic City is starting to get frustrated. It's still way too early for that. I mean, we're not even out of the first half yet. Don't let this situation get out of hand. Just go out there and play your game.
And they show and they know what they're doing. I mean, you could see the score moving. And I think that maybe why they had that timeout happen earlier, just to kind of regroup and take a breath. And with 4 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock, we're not that far away from a halftime regroup for them. So hopefully they can get their head back in the game here.
Yeah, this is certainly not an insurmountable lead at all.
Conlon jamming for Mass Maelstrom way up there at the front of the pack, pushes his way through and takes lead jammer. Magic City not ready to give up the fight there. Number 86, Tim Kugler through and now eligible to score. Conlon, aware of where the jammer is, going to go ahead and call off the jam. No points for Mass or Magic during that last pass.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Rollout Magazine. They're here on hand with a booth. Shane Darby's down there with the nice bunch of copies of the first printing of the very first issue of Rollout Magazine. Nice magazine, check that out. The first, the best, happy to fix the rest. That's SinCitySkates.com. They do a lot of great work here on the internet, shipping you the finest in derby gear.
And we've got Cilantro versus number 27, Michael Bratz, on the Ringster jam line there as we get started in this next jam. Both jammers having some trouble getting through. Cilantro takes a hit to the infield, recycles all the way behind number 0, comes back up, rams right into Frazier there, takes a fall himself. Doesn't even phase Frazier. He's like, what was that?
Conlon doing his best Sanchez impression as he runs right into the back of Heath Frazier there.
Lead jammer going to Conlon, chasing him down. Michael Bratz, this is actually his first jam for Magic City this half. Cilantro hits the pack, going to call it off. 1 point for Mass Maelstrom, 0 for Magic City.
And you know what? Mass Maelstrom is perfectly happy with 1 point on that jam because now another 30 seconds are going to tick off that clock between jams.
Absolutely. But they're already ready to go again. Number 8, Burnt Reynolds. I'm going to say that slowly, so I keep saying burnt instead of burnt. And TJ Binkley, number 4, up on the jam line. We've got just about 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining on the clock. You can hear the crowd chanting TJ as TJ does this nice little spin around Jack Hammered and grabs lead jammer for Magic City. Magic City blockers maybe looks like they got their head back in the game here, doing a really good job holding up Burnt Reynolds. And he's been a tough one for them to hold up here whenever he's come into jam. TJ putting all 5 on the board for Magic City.
Well, I can imagine Meow Mix has sat them down, calmed them down a little bit, sends them back out to do their work. She's a great bench coach. She knows how to rally the troops.
Again, TJ threw 5 points, and look at that beautiful hit. That was number 19.
Jeremy Strecker.
Jeremy Strecker with a wonderful hit there, just taking Burnt Reynolds all the way out into the scorekeeper table.
Yeah, I mean, the best way to describe that is it was a decleater. Oh, now Jackhammer's out there living up to his namesake.
That's it. TJ Binkley doesn't want to let him mess with him, but he's going to go ahead and call off that jam because he doesn't want to give up any points to Burnt Reynolds. Another 4 points go on the board for Magic City. Magic City's head back in the game as we got 1 minute, 9 seconds remaining on the clock.
That Jackhammer out there hulking out now.
And they're going to be back-to-back. Michael Coward with Jurassic Park. They were kind of standing there in that face-off duel. We're getting ready to take our steps and then
10
turn
paces.
and shoot.
That's really what this has been so far as a shootout.
That is what it has been. Mass Maelstrom down one blocker currently, looking to not let that affect him too much, but Michael Coward takes the outside line, grabs lead jammer for Magic City. Magic City really making a comeback late here in this period.
Yeah, Magic City really looking to pull it together now. They're starting to get a little bit of momentum back. They're just going out there and they're executing their game.
And Coward going to go ahead and signal the call off the jam. Does pick up 3 points for Magic City and going to go ahead and hold Mass to 0.
Yeah, the winner of this bout will take on Your Mom Men's Roller Derby tomorrow morning at 8:30 to kick off the Day 2 festivities. The loser of this match, of course, will move on to Puget Sound tonight at 7:30. So if you win, you get the advantage of not having to play again today.
That's always a nice incentive.
Yes.
When you're playing, you know, as fast as these packs have been and as much energy is being expended out there, it's definitely nice to be able to have that break.
Well, you want to talk about fast. We are already at halftime, and wow, what can I say? That was one really fast half. And just some really physical play by both squads. Magic City starting to pull things together there towards the end of the half, starting to make a little momentum. We'll see what changes they make and see if they can carry that on to the second half.
Absolutely, and really, Magic City going to need to watch their penalties during the second half. And Mass Maelstrom, the same story. I mean, and you hear this all the time: penalties, but that really does make the game. Right?
Oh yeah, it absolutely has been the story. As Magic City, for I would say the first 20 minutes of the first half, they were never at full strength. It seemed. I mean, it always seemed that Mass Maelstrom had at least a man advantage in the packs, and that can mean the complete difference in the bout.
Absolutely.
So we're going to head on over to halftime. You are watching the 2013 MRDA Championships here in Sioux City on WFTDA.tv.
Texas Roll 'em. That goes to you.
Hi, I'm Trish the Dish, and this is Ivana Esfankin, and we're here to tell you about Sin City Skates. Sin City Skates began in our Las Vegas living room in 2005, the first shop ever dedicated to roller derby, and has since grown into this 2,000 square foot mecca in San Diego, where we stock everything for our sport. Need help? With a combined on-track experience of over 24 years and still playing, we test everything we sell, and we're happy to share that experience and knowledge with you. So contact us, sincityskates.com.
They told us to just sell skates online. You won't have any overhead. Put some skulls in your advertising. You'll make a mint. That was never our plan. Our plan was to make a store where all day we are fitting skaters, fixing skates, teaching customers, and putting the best gear on their bodies. Before we put 3 W's in front of our name, we made sure we had hundreds of happy customers come through our doors. We're not just Derby owned, we're Derby dedicated. Fast Girl Skates.
And it looks like here we are, we're back with just about 57 seconds till we get back into the action here. So you kind of saw that pan there. You can see the skaters are all grouped up, especially Magic City. They're kind of getting their head back in the game.
Yeah, Meow Mix is barking out orders, I'm sure, over there telling them what they need to do to get back in this game. I mean, they're down, what, 62?
Yeah, and it's very doable with 30 minutes more of play to go, and with the strength that they've shown when they've got their head in the game, especially they're late in that last period, they could definitely make the comeback happen. Now, obviously, Mass Maelstrom doesn't want that to happen, so they're going to do their best not to let that happen.
Yeah, Magic City is a far too talented team for Mass Maelstrom to be able to sit back and say, oh, well, we can just cruise this next 30 minutes. It doesn't work that way at any level in the MRDA. even more so when you're in the championship tournament.
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree with you there. And you can see Mass Maelstrom ready to go. Their head in the game. And they're already actually out there on the line. We're going to switch to the line here in just a moment. Lining up already, we got Jurassic Park, number 1993, in the blue and white for Mass Maelstrom. Going to face off against number 4, TJ Binkley for Magic City. You'll hear the crowd chanting TJ from from time to time. That's for him.
Yeah, TJ definitely a crowd favorite. Got a lot of cheers at Spring Roll with his very fancy moves. Always a pleasure to watch skate. Referee's getting the last few things in order.
That's it. Checking to make sure the penalty box has who's supposed to be in there and everything's straight there.
Some very good officiating here so far this weekend.
And you got to remember, if you don't play Derby and already know, that these people come out here of their own accord, on their own dime, to do all the volunteering. And they don't get to play. They just get to skate around in circles and tell people what to do. We're off. TJ comes out of the front of the pack ahead of Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park takes a big hit there. That was Christopher Smith delivering that hit. He gets recycled all the way back. TJ is in and ready to score. He's out of the pack. That's going to be all 5 for Magic City. Magic City looking to make a good, strong comeback as they come back from the half.
Meanwhile, Mass Maelstrom in some penalty trouble now. 3-on-3 pack. So skater coming out of the penalty box for Mass Maelstrom. I thought Mass had gotten one there, but Rockety Roller says nope.
That's it. TJ coming into the pack, saw the jammer approaching, went ahead and got his couple points and got out. So 2 more points on the board for Magic City. And Magic City going to do the same thing we saw in the last game and slowly chip away at that lead that Mass Maelstrom has.
So that's going to be Michael Bratz. I believe that's his first time on the jammer line today for Magic City.
It's actually his second time. He came in late in the last period.
That's right.
So this will be his second time up, first time this period, and he's going to face off against Burnt Reynolds, who we've seen a lot for Mass Maelstrom.
Definitely part of the normal rotation for Mass Maelstrom.
And you can see why, as he easily clears that pack, even with that nice hit from Tim Kugler, almost taking him out to the outside.
Some nice defense by Hasselman and Colleran up front.
And there's Burnt Reynolds through the pack, going to put 4 on the board for Mass Maelstrom, and he's going to let the clock go down a little bit and call off the jam.
Yeah, I think you're going to see that a lot this half. As long as Mass Maelstrom holds on to that lead, they're going to try to run these jams as long as they can to run time off that clock. It's the best way to negate the ability of a team like Magic City.
That is absolutely true. Here, whistle being blown. Looks like we are going to go into a timeout for Magic City. Possibly a review. I see the zeal of zebras happening.
Yeah, Meow Mix does not look happy about something.
No, I saw her. She's waving her little happy face paper at the referees as she's saying something. We can't hear her from our vantage point, but yeah, she did not look happy when she said.
It actually looks like they may have taken a timeout here.
It does look like a timeout, but I'm seeing official timeout being signaled.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, Magic took a timeout in the first half, so
that's
why that one's missing. Right. So I'm guessing this is just an official timeout. It doesn't look like anybody's being charged a review.
Yep.
We'll find out if that changes when the refs come back out of their huddle there.
I know one of the Magic City players looked like he might have gotten hit in the face on that last jam because he was kind of touching his face looking for blood and kind of motioning to his bench like, what's the deal? So I'm thinking that the refs might be reviewing, not necessarily reviewing, but just talking over the potential of there being high blocks out there.
I saw the head ref signal, let's blow the game on whistle, so Zebras are returning to their spots. So we're going to get back into it. We'll see if we hear anything from our announcer referee down on the floor telling us what that was all about. But meanwhile, we'll tell you who's out there on the jam line. It's going to be number 44, Michael Coward, up against number 109, Cilantro. That was the jam begin whistle, so here we go. Both Both jammers shoving against the players from the opposite teams, looking for their way out of that pack. Up at the front of the pack right now, Cilantro looking to break free of that wall of Magic City blockers, but unable to do it quick enough. Michael Cowart going to be the first one out of the pack and take lead jammer for Magic City.
However, Cilantro now also free of the pack, about a third of the track behind. I think he picked up 2 there, Cowart did.
Magic City sticking with that same strategy we saw him come in with. Let's get in, get some points, get out. Take that lead jammer and get out of that jam after you get some points.
They have to be a little bit careful with that strategy, though, is because there is 30 seconds coming off that clock every time when they only pick up 2 points like that.
And that's the tragic thing about that strategy is it works, but do you have enough time to do it? And with the momentum they're getting, they probably do if they can hold Mass from putting points on the board. But that's really going to be it. They've got to hold Mass if they're going to do it nickel and dime.
Yeah, they are only down by 57 now, and there's still a lot of time, just under 26 minutes to go here in the second half.
That's it. Lead jammer going to Mass Maelstrom. That is Conlon jamming for Mass Maelstrom. And TJ Binkley getting recycled to the back of the pack there. He is jamming for Magic City this time. Conlon with a hit to the infield, going to recycle by just going through the infield. Why go all the way around and risk getting a cut call?
Yeah, meanwhile, TJ Binkley was able to get free, so Conlon's just going to call that jam off. Again, more valuable time taken off that clock against Magic City.
That's it, and it's actually Conlon calling off the jam. That makes sense for Mass. Let's just keep calling off the jams and wasting 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Every time Magic City gets every time Mass Maelstrom gets lead jammer, it's really a win in their book right now with this lead.
Absolutely. It's going to be number 508, No Big Deal, versus number 44, Michael Cowart, on the jam line as we get started on the next jam. And it looks like Michael Cowart stuck in a wall of white there. Finds his way on the outside, maybe. Yes, he is. He's out. Going to get a forearm call, though. That's going to send him to the penalty box. And that makes lead jammer go to number 508, No Big Deal.
I heard that whistle blow, and I was like, where's the call? Where's the call? And then finally, as he got out of the pack, his jam ref signaled it.
The outside pack refs really having to do a good job here because so much is happening on the outside. The jam refs are depending on them to feed that information in. Number 508, No Big Deal, with 5 points on the board for Mass Maelstrom. Mass Maelstrom finally making some movement during this half of the bout. Big hits happening between the blockers in the pack as No Big Deal comes back into the pack and gets hung up behind number 12. And that is going to be...
Woo. So John Wickel sent off to the penalty box. So that's going to make 3-on-3 packs here.
And No Big Deal is going to go ahead and call off that jam and get out of there. Alrighty, we're going to line back up Jurassic Park up on the jam line. Number 1993 for Mass Maelstrom.
So this power jam continues, 3-on-3 pack. Mass Maelstrom with the advantage.
Pack stretching, and there he goes, rubber band all the way back.
Yeah. Really nice bridge work there.
That's it. Jurassic through and picking up lead for Mass. Now going to look to put some more points on the board and open up that point spread a little more.
Oh, nice spin move there. Walking a tightrope was Jurassic Park.
Such excellent footwork and just body movement by Jurassic Park whenever he's out there. It looks like number 44, Michael Cowart, rejoining us on the track, through for his initial pass. And that's going to mean Jurassic, now that he's back into the pack, going to go ahead and call off the jam after putting up his points.
So now the lead back up to 76. So Mass Maelstrom starting to pull away again.
Good job with the math there.
Yeah, well, you know, I have my moments. Not many of them, but I do have them.
It looks like we're going to have both jammers out there on the Ringster jam line.
What?
We haven't seen that a whole lot during this bout. Number 8, Burnt Reynolds, going to face off against number 4, TJ Binkley. TJ quickly off the line to the outside, wraps around number 80. I think that's who I saw there.
Number 8, that was Gaudette.
And, lead jammer going to Magic City. TJ back into the pack, looking to put some points on the board. He's going to call it before Burnt Reynolds can hit the pack. Let's see, did he get some points on the board? I see the ref holding up his hand. I just can't see how many fingers. There we go, 3 points on the board for Magic.
Very nice. Very nice. So now lining up on the Ringster Jammer line, that's going to be 44, Michael Cowart, going up against number 2, Conlon.
And Ringster also the sponsor for the MVP trophies of the tournament. Thank you, Ringster.
Have not seen the trophies yet, but I imagine they are fantastic.
And thank you, Ringster, also for all the stats we're getting from you so that we're able to tell you what's going on out here.
Oh, wow. Some great defense by Streak.
That was a beautiful hit on Conlon. Conlon out. He did secure the lead jammer. He's going to go ahead
and what we didn't see was that Michael Cowart's getting sent off for a skating out of bounds penalty.
I think he thought he was supposed to recycle there, but the outside pack ref said no. That's a skating out of bounds.
Yeah, Meow Mix not happy.
No, she's not. Her happy face paper has turned into a sad face paper.
Yes.
Mass Maelstrom not worried about it, though. They've already got their group of skaters that's going to go up next out there on the field. You can see Magic City has their blocker lineup. They're ready to go. Let's just see what happens with Meow Mix and the head ref out there on the track.
Yeah, you and I have a great vantage point from up here of some of the action, and that is in part done by the Pro Design Pads. They are the official sponsor of the announcer's table up here. It's great. So we got the house call and the stream call going, and some great work there by Pro Design Pads making custom pads. You send in your measurements and they send you custom pads. That's got to be sweet.
I've actually visited their site a number of times. I have yet to order my pads from them, but it is pretty awesome that you can get your own measurements so that they fit perfect.
I've often thought that I should probably buy pads just to wear like in general everyday life.
Well, especially if you're down on the floor. I mean, we're up on a balcony here, so I feel a little safer than normal. But if you're down, like earlier, we saw the scorekeeper table almost get taken out. You can almost use some pads when you're NSOing or announcing or reffing.
Yeah.
Well, refs already get pads, I guess.
Yep. Also, 5-on-5 Magazine. Don't forget to check out 5-on-5 Magazine, another great sponsor of the 2013 MRDA Championships here in Sioux City, brought to you by WFTDA.tv. The referees going on and on now discussing, I think that I'm almost positive this is a review about the skating out of play. I would be shocked if it wasn't. Phoenix in Flames tweets us, without a doubt, this is the best stream I've seen in, was that Yonks? In Yonks. What's a Yonk? Is that like some star? Is that like a star?
We can ask the audience.
Oh, live I've seen in Yonks. I guess Yonkers. Okay. I thought it was like a measurement of time.
No, maybe it is a measurement of time.
I don't know. Is this like a Star Wars thing? If it was Star Wars, I think I know. Maybe it's Star Trek. I don't know. The lower level cameras are fab, and the feed is excellent. So we want to thank Blaze for the wonderful job they are doing here this weekend, giving just a fantastic stream. And I'll tell you what, Phoenix in Flames is not the only person that has been saying that. We've been getting rave reviews all weekend about the quality of the feed, and I'll tell you what, we've got a monitor here so we get to see what's going on as well, and it has been fantastic. I mean, you and I probably could be calling this game just looking at the monitors as well a job as the cameramen are doing here.
Absolutely. I do agree with that sentiment. And then you got to love the scoreboard this year.
Yes.
With all the information that's there. I believe this scoreboard was designed by Grace Killey, if I remember correctly. And all the little trapezoids at the bottom kind of tell you the reviews. And you can see official review by Magic City blinking right now. You can see the time. You can see what's happening underneath the little logo, and whenever there's the lead jammer call, you see the little lead pop out from behind the team.
Yeah, I also really like that it's not pink this time like it was in Portland, because they were just kind of stealing the WIFTA graphics. I mean, pink is great. Don't get me wrong. I love pink. But for MRDA, it should be blue, and I'm glad that they changed that.
That's it, yeah. So, I like that. I like that both organizations have decided to go with the baby colors for each other. So like powder blue and that it's baby good. Pink.
Well, you know, it's
kind WFTDA.
It's kind of a reflection of still how roller derby is still in its infancy as far as its rebirth.
Absolutely, and it continues to grow.
Yes.
It's becoming one massive child, that is for sure. And we see that this tournament has grown this year. You see that the WFTDA has grown this year. Some things happening with the rule sets in the last year, and I know there's some beta going on with the rule sets this year. So lots and lots of exciting stuff going on in roller derby right now.
Yeah, it's really great because like the WFTDA and the MRDA really listen to the fans and the players. They want this rule set to work. They want the fans to enjoy the game, and those are the changes they're looking to make. So we're back in action. Jurassic Park, the lone jammer. Evidently the official review failed. So power jam here for Mass Maelstrom.
That's it. Jurassic Park finds his way quickly out of that pack, takes lead jammer. Pack at a dead standstill just outside of turn number one. Ooh, I dropped my mic there for a second.
A little early to be dropping the mic there, buddy.
I'm getting really excited. Jurassic Park through. That was an easy 5 points on the board for Mass Maelstrom. Maelstrom getting back the blocker that was in the box there. So 4-on-4 in the pack, and just one jammer still. Jurassic Park looking to push that wall of skaters forward and put them out of play. Doesn't really have to. Finds his hole, gets through another 5 on the board.
Yeah, Mass Maelstrom is really leaning back on what they did in the first half. They're just going out there. They're executing. And right now, Magic City just has not had... Oh...
Okay, this was interesting. Jurassic Park calls off the jam. He successfully calls off the jam, and then jammer ref issues a skating out of bounds because I guess she believed he came into the infield as he was calling off the jam. You can't do that in the MRDA. Well, they don't want you to skate outside the track when you're calling off the jam. It's still considered skating out of bounds.
Exactly. Well, the interesting thing is I think Jurassic Park was afraid that he was going to cut the track, so he jumped back out of play. So in trying to avoid the penalty, he got a different penalty.
So interesting thing, we're going to start with no jammer on the track, but Michael Coward released pretty much immediately there from the penalty box, decides to take the long way around. And now he's back into the backside of the pack. Facing a solid wall of Mass Maelstrom. They take him to the infield. He recycles behind Mars and once again begins the good fight, and he's through. There goes the lead jammer call for Magic City. The fans really making some noise with that lead jam.
Yeah, a good strong pass there by Michael Cowart. Really fought his way through that pack well.
And he's back in that wall of Mass Maelstrom now at the front of the pack, doing a good job holding back Michael Cowart. He's not going to give up the fight, though, as he continues to drive forward. You can see the Magic City blockers kind of change their play style. They're going to drop back and hopefully let him drive that wall forward. Maelstrom, though, going to stretch out that pack as far as they can. Jurassic Park now coming back into the track. That's going to end that jam.
So a good defensive play there by Mass Maelstrom. Able to really kill that penalty without giving up too much trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, really only a little bit of movement happening on the scoreboard as we stand 90, 172, 18:43 remain on the clock, and we're lined back up.
That's an 82-point lead. See, more of that announcer math.
Nicely done. Yeah, I probably could have done that one, but I don't like to take the chance.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Math is hard. TJ Binkley jamming for Magic City and taking lead jammer even with the hit to the infield. Quickly grabbing it, number 109 Cilantro. He's going to signal to call off the jam and go ahead and get out of there.
Yeah, but TJ Binkley picked up a back block as that jam was coming to an end. So again, the penalty devil rearing its ugly head, and Magic City is now going to be jammer down. Mass Maelstrom, however, down 2 blockers. So Magic City with an opportunity here to kill a lot of this penalty with the man advantage in the pack.
That's it. With the whole minute ahead of them potentially, Burnt Reynolds going to take that jam line. We've seen him put a lot of points on the board for Mass Maelstrom. So good decision by Mass Maelstrom going into a power jam fresh to throw in Burnt Reynolds. And there he goes, lead jammer. Magic City doing a really good job slowing him down. That's really what you got to do with a power jam.
Yeah, they ate a lot of time off that clock with that initial pass.
And again, they're going to be looking to eat a lot of time off the clock so that we don't put too many more points on the board for Magic City. But, Mass Maelstrom. Burt Reynolds through does put all 5 on the board for Mass Maelstrom.
I got an update here from, was that Susie Powell? Yonks is a heaps, long time. It's an Australian term, so that's why I didn't understand it.
See, I didn't think it was yonkers. I thought it was a unit
yonks.
of time.
Okay,
but it has nothing to do with Star Wars.
No. I thought maybe it was a Harry Potter character or something. Oh, wait, that's Tonks. That's Tonks.
Tonks is Harry Potter. Yeah, now we know Yonks.
Yes, that's awesome.
That's really awesome.
That's great. I learned something new this weekend. That's awesome.
Thanks, Susie Powell.
Yeah, thanks for the shout out from Down Under. We love seeing you watching us. Don't forget, you can send your comments our way. Hashtag #TalkToMRDA. That's talk the number 2 MRDA. If you have questions or comments, send us a Twitter. We love the tweets.
Looking back down on the floor, we've got Conlon jamming for Mass Maelstrom. Mass Maelstrom with a power jam or power start, and just 2 blockers when they started, but they were getting all the strength back. We're now 5 on 5. TJ Binkley making his initial pass through. Conklin approaching the back of the pass for his first scoring pass. All his blockers take to the inside, trying to drive that pack outward. He's going to call off the jam. It's going to be a 0-0 jam.
And you know what? Mass Maelstrom is perfectly fine with a 0-0 jam.
At this point in time, they've really just got to manage that time, let the time go away, and not give up too many points to Magic City.
Well, you know, at the same time, they can't do that age-old blunder that you see in football all the time, going into what they call the prevent defense, because you can't do that. Just, you know, what you did in the first half works. Just keep doing that. Why change it now?
Absolutely, I agree. Best idea is if it works, or if it's not broken, don't fix it, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm getting my metaphors mixed up, I'm sure. Jurassic Park quickly off that jam line, takes lead jammer, chasing him down. That's number 22, Milton Borens, and that's his first time jamming for Magic City today. Able to force that call off early. Only 1 point going on the board for Mass Maelstrom. Really, again, like you said in the previous jam, doesn't really hurt Mass Maelstrom a whole lot. They're able to increase their lead by 1 and kill some time.
Yeah, some fresh legs there on the part of Magic City. A little bit of a change of pace there, and able to get Mass Maelstrom to call that jam off early.
And we're going to get Michael Cowart up on the jam line for Magic City this time. And he's going to face off against Cilantro. Nice slow start by the jammers here, just kind of gently pushing on the pack. Now it's kind of turning into a scrum as Cilantro makes his way through. Look at that. And we get a call on number 44, Michael Cowart. And this becomes a power jam for Mass Maelstrom.
Forearm call there in that scrum start. So the slow start pays off big for Mass Maelstrom as they're able to draw the forearm call on Michael Cowart.
And again, this is exactly what Mass Maelstrom wants to have happen, is be unopposed to put more points on the board and increase their lead, and take off this time.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if you want somebody out there for Mass Maelstrom, they want Cilantro. He is a very powerful skater, very small in stature, but big on power.
And he's really able to take these hits well. And, even if he takes one like that last one that took him down there, he's able to recover quickly, get right out of the pack. A nice rubber band effect going on in the pack again, stretching it way out. As the Mass Maelstrom seeing some blockers coming back on the track, they want to make sure they have to start as far back as possible.
Yeah, really nice work by Mass Maelstrom to then collapse back to draw the out of play up front.
And Cilantro, again, really aware of what's going on in that penalty box, sees Michael Cowart standing up in the penalty box, wants to give that power start to the next jammer on the line, Conlon, and calls off the jam.
I'll tell you what, I am really impressed by just the solid strategic play I'm seeing out of Mass Maelstrom here, now with a 108-point lead. They have really blown this one open here in the second half. Magic City reeling. And with only 13 minutes to go, they're going to have to do some major work to get back into this one.
Looks like, again, Michael Cowart going to take the long way around. Maybe the strategy of taking the long way around is just to avoid any potential illegal entry penalties at the back of the pack there. But yeah, we've been seeing that from both teams this time, is going the long way around.
Yeah, I kind of have to wonder if that illegal procedure we saw in No Big Deal earlier may have put the bug in each team's ear about we better be careful about how we re-enter the pack.
That is a good possibility. It's going to be number 1993 Jurassic Park on the jam line up against number 86 Tim Kugler. Actually, this is only the second time we've seen him on the jam line this bout.
So again, Magic City with a change of pace here, some fresh legs out there on the jammer line. We'll see if it pays off for him.
Jurassic Park taking a hit to the outfield. He was almost clear of the pack, but yes, the fresh legs do help for Magic City. Tim Kugler makes his way out of the pack, grabbing lead jammer, and he's got some good space between him and Jurassic Park. Magic City gonna possibly put some points on the board here. Signals to call off the jam. Let's see how many fingers go up in the air.
Oh, and would you look at that?
1 point for Magic City, matched by Maelstrom +1.
Yes.
Maelstrom picking up 2.
Jurassic Park so fast there on the tail end, able to sneak in and grab 2 points there as that jam came to an end.
That's it. It's not only jammer awareness necessarily, but also knowing the jammer you're up against and how quickly they're going to fly through that pad.
Exactly.
So it's going to be Cilantro, number 109 on the jam line for Mass Maelstrom, up against number 19, Jeremy Strecker for Magic City. And Strecker with a nice little hop skip jump right there, grabs lead jammer as he comes out of the pack around number 615, Mars Travolta.
Oh, big apex jump by Jeremy Strecker. That was a thing of beauty there.
You could hear the whole audience just kind of ooh right
yeah,
there.
That was beauty.
Cilantro really having a time in the pack this time, being taken to the infield there and going to recycle himself all the way back behind all those 4s.
Yeah, there's a lot of 4s out there right now.
That's it. It was number 44, Michael Coward, and number 4, TJ Binkley, that took him out there and recycled him back. Meanwhile, Strecker coming back through, putting another 5 on the board for Magic City. This is really what Magic City wants right now. This is good momentum for Magic City.
Yeah, so while Mass Maelstrom has eclipsed the 200-point mark, right now it's Jeremy Strecker that's all the show as he goes out there and he's just racking up points right now for Magic City.
And again, Cilantro almost making it out of the front of the pack there. Takes a hit from number 42, John Wickel.
Who has now just received a star pass.
It gets recycled, and yeah, star pass, another 5 points going on the board, and now John Wickel's going to finish up this jam for Magic City.
Yeah, an interesting call there to pass the star when Jeremy Strecker had been doing so well. It's a interesting call there. Maybe tweak something, or he's just a little bit gassed, wanted to hand that off.
Possibly. Yeah, I'm wondering too, because yeah, they were doing a great job with the blockers they had lined up too. So the switch up for Magic City at that point in time was an interesting choice, but it doesn't look to have affected him too terrible much, as Cilantro's still stuck in the pack. Wickel is having a time getting out of the pack himself too, but now he's able to. It's going to put another 5 on the board. Yeah, there's the fingers in the air. The jam's going to come to an end.
So a big jam for Magic City with just over 9 minutes to go.
That's it. Magic City able to close that score gap back under 90 points. 84 points separating the two teams now. 116-200. Really good job by both the jammers for Magic City during that last jam.
Yeah, nice teamwork there past that star off, and John Wickel doing a nice job finishing up that jam for Magic City.
It looks like we're going to get number 22, Milton Borens, up on the jam line again for Magic City. Mass Maelstrom not yet fielding anybody onto the track. It looks like it might be number 8 that's going to be wearing that.
Yeah, I think they're going to take this timeout here to talk it over. A little bit of momentum shift here in Magic City's favor, and a very smart timeout here to kind of kill that momentum. They don't want to let Magic City creep their way back into this game. Still a lot of time to go. 9 minutes left, just under 9 minutes.
That's the game on whistle ending that timeout.
Want to thank one of our sponsors, Wicked Skatewear. You can find them online. You see them all over. B-Train and the crew causing all sorts of mayhem there on the internets with their fun times.
Just last night I saw one of the really cool shirts they did. It's Demanda's face with the war paint on.
Yeah.
That's such a beautiful shirt from Wicked. They have a lot of great gear. They do a lot of team uniforms too.
Nice.
So yeah, definitely visit Wicked Skatewear.
So we're back in action here.
That's right, and it was Burnt Reynolds out there on the jam line for Mass Maelstrom, as I guessed, facing off against number 22, Michael Borens, who we've seen jam a couple times already today. Lots of jumping happening out there. It's not being real successful for either jammer here, but Burnt Reynolds finally clearing the pack and taking lead jammer. And Borens finds his way through. Going to be eligible score, not going to be lead, so it's at least going to control the amount of points that Mass Maelstrom is going to be able to put up.
Goddard there had a hit on the front straightaway there in that first pass that Magic City took great offense to. They were not at all happy. I think they were looking for a low block, an intentional low block. Not getting it, though, from this ref staff. They did not see it that way. Now Meow Mix is out there talking it over with the refs.
Yeah, it looks like a timeout going on Mass's board right now. Let's see if it switches over to an official review here. I think that's what Meow Mix is hoping will happen. You can see her out there. Her little happy face is on the wrong way. Actually, no, it wasn't a timeout because the jam is on.
Yeah, I don't.
The head ref now trying to listen to Meow Mix and watch what's going on there. Jam called. It looks like maybe a low hit on TJ there as he's bent over and heading back to his bench. And that's what I think why we had the early call off. It looks like the EMTs are being called out.
That looked like a stinger. See those in football all the time. So I'll tell you what, if you like the action you are seeing here this weekend, and I don't know how you couldn't, you can buy DVDs. You can buy any single bout for $10. You can get your favorite team's bouts for $25, or you can get the entire weekend for $50.
That's it. The refs are like, hey, he's off the track. Let's keep going.
Yep.
Jurassic Park out there jamming for Mass Maelstrom up against Michael Bratz, who's out there again jamming for Magic City. Michael Bratz trapped at the back of the pack right now, getting a little help from number 9, Christopher Smith, as Jurassic Park being beat down by number 19, Jeremy Strecker, at the front of the pack there. And number 27, Michael Bratz, clears the pack. You hear the crowd go crazy. That's lead jammer from Magic City.
Yeah, the crowd was looking for a track cut there on turn 4, but they weren't getting it. The crowd, like you said earlier, a bunch of armchair officials.
This is true. Number 27, Michael Bratz, going to go ahead and call off the jam successfully, but it looks like pick up a penalty in the meantime. Is this going to be, have they updated our board here? Didn't see what was signaled, but I'm thinking it was probably another one of those skating out of bounds.
I think he left the track before the jam ended.
And you're not supposed to intentionally leave the track for any reason. So that is a penalty you want to avoid getting. So stay on the track even when you're calling off the jam.
Yep, we want to thank one of our sponsors, Turn 2 Skate Shop. All the action is at Turn 2, turn2skateshop.com.
And I want to mention, too, while we're waiting for this official timeout to... Oh, well, there it is. Anyway, I'm going to tell you anyway. DVD sales, you can contact info@cornstalkers.com. $10 gets you a single bout, $25 for a whole team. So if you want all of, Shock Exchanges games, $25. If you want the whole entire championship, $50. So there's some good savings if you buy in bulk.
Yeah, I can guarantee you that each of the teams is going to walk away with an entire weekend's worth of data, because they're going to want to pour over that footage to prepare for next season.
I guarantee. And you know what? It's great learning material for any baby leagues out there, any middle leagues out there. And even the ladies leagues could benefit from watching some of these bouts over again and just analyzing what's going on out there.
Yep, so back to action here. Mass Maelstrom with lead jam. That's number 8, Burnt Reynolds.
And pack at a dead standstill inside the box for the blockers still, as Burnt Reynolds in. Jeremy Strecker looking to take him out, but he makes it right by 5 more points on the board for Mass Maelstrom.
Magic City trying to claw their way back into this game, but with just over 5.5 to go, it's going to be difficult.
Especially giving up a power jam there at the end of that last jam. Yeah. It's just going to not work in Magic City's favor if they continue to give up these penalties. And it looks like the bench signaling for a call off on that, because number 27, Michael Bratz, standing up in the penalty box. So we're going to get a power start for Conlin, number 2 for Mass Maelstrom. Mass Maelstrom making some movement here. looks like current score 210-116. Not sure what's going on with our scoreboard. It looks to be a little frozen up there.
Yeah, it's one of the things I've been seeing lately, even in the WIFTA Division 1 and Division 2 tournaments, is that jammers are really kind of getting impatient, and they're trying to get back onto the track so quick that they're getting these track cuts and other penalties that are really costing their team big points rather than just 1 or 2 because they'd have taken 2 more seconds to get back into the pack.
Absolutely, and I don't wonder if that's one of the causes we're seeing of the let's take the long way around instead of going backwards there.
And just like that, just as I said it, Conlon gets called for a track cut just because he tried to hop back in too soon.
Absolutely. Looks like our broadcasters are working on rebooting the scoreboard for you so you can get the most up-to-date information. We'll try to feed you that every time we hear a whistle blow so you know until that pops back up for you. Meanwhile, the action on the track is just big. That is Jack Hammered at the front of the pack there, just beaten on Michael Bratz, who's come back to the pack. That's his initial pass through. Not going to be lead, but eligible to score. And Power Jam for Magic City. Full Notorious RED penalty box. Skate clean. Smell clean even if you skate dirty. Skate clean and smell clean. Notorious RED gear deodorant.
Such a great tagline. Love it.
Tara's going to throw something at me if I ever see her.
Well. It's part of our hazard pay.
That's it. Michael Bratz through, putting some more points on the board for Magic City. Magic City looking to make some headway here. Maybe see if they can, make a change up here, but that's going to take some really, really fast footwork at this point in time.
Yeah, the clock just as big an opponent now to Magic City as Maelstrom is.
That's it. Star pass successful to number 4, TJ Binkley. He puts all 5 on the board and takes a hit to the infield. Gonna have to recycle. Looks like number 2, Conlon, back on the track for Maelstrom as TJ makes his way back on the track. Looks like 2 points going on the board for Maelstrom. And I don't see any more going up for Magic City.
Yeah, so it looks like that's going to take us to 212 to 126 with 2:31 to go. Is it somebody called a timeout?
That's it. I believe official timeout being called. So that's going to stop the clock at 2:31. And like I said, we'll keep you as updated as possible at home until we get that scoreboard rebooted.
Big shout out to Bruised Skate Noose, the over-the-shoulder roller skate holder. You can check those out. Those are really nice. I see a lot of skaters using those now. You don't want to put your skates in that sweaty, dank bag and watch. You pull them out and your bearings are all rusted and janky after that. So get that Bruised Skate Noose and take care of that. Let your skates air out.
That's right. The original over-the-shoulder roller skate holder.
That's right.
I have to say that one slowly because I always want to say the other way.
Yeah, I hear you there. So once again, the winner of this game will move on to the 8:30 a.m. match tomorrow morning against Your Mom Men's Roller Derby. The loser will play later tonight against, I believe it is a Puget Sound. Yes, they'll play Puget Sound tonight at 7:30.
And it looks like we got our scoreboard back up on the
right.
stream for you so you can see we were telling you the truth. 2:12, 126, 2:31 remaining. And this timeout, the official timeout continues. Looks like 3 more points being awarded to Magic City there. I think that might have been what some of that discussion was going on in that dazzle of zebras.
Yeah, I want to thank Blaze Media for the wonderful work they're doing this weekend. A great feed here from Sioux City for the 2013 MRDA Championships.
It's going to be number 44, Michael Coward, taking the jam line against number 109, Cilantro, for Maelstrom. And
wait, what? The notorious RED penalty box is empty. What is going on here?
I think maybe they all smell clean and skate clean this time.
Oh,
right?
yeah, maybe. I think you might have something there.
Possibly. Looks like Cilantro early up into the front of the pack there, but he's going to be beat out by Michael Coward. Magic City looking to show that they know how to play this game here in the last couple minutes of the game. Even though it's probably going to be impossible for them to close up that score gap, they can definitely, make a lead change, but they can definitely close up that lead.
Yeah, they want to make this a respectable loss. They want to close that gap.
And there's 5 points for Michael Coward. And who knows, maybe magically they will pull it. I mean, it's Magic City after all.
Maybe anything is possible. I mean, we did already have a fire earlier.
It wasn't really a fire necessarily,
Wow.
a fire alarm. I think the firemen just wanted to come in for free and maybe sneak some of the referee snacks out of the referee.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
There's another 5 points on the board for Michael Cowart and Magic City. Magic City making some good headway here in the last couple of jams.
So also tomorrow morning at 10:30, we're going to see a great matchup that everyone loves to see as the Gatekeepers will take on the New York Stock Exchange. Those two teams, always fun to watch, battle it out, always a nail-biter. Really, if there is a rivalry in Derby, I think you've got to say that it's the Gatekeepers and the New York Stock Exchange.
We are at 144, 212. Maelstrom with a decent lead. Magic City calling a timeout. They're going to take advantage of those timeouts they've got left. Might as well, so they can put as many points on the board. You can see they're closing it up here. I mean, now we're down to just under 60 points separating the two teams. Who knows? Force a power jam, manage that clock right, and skate like a demon. You could pull off some magic.
They're going to definitely need some magic here. Right after this bout, still 2 more matches tonight at 5:30. Immediately following this bout, Deep Valley will take on the Bridgetown Menace in the consolation bracket, and then at 7:30, Puget Sound will take on the loser of this bout, which right now looks like it's going to be Magic City.
And that one's going to kind of be a battle of the coasts, Tacoma and in Orlando.
Yeah. So Jeremy Strecker taking on number 8, Burnt Reynolds.
Strecker into the pack and down. Looked like maybe something happened there. It looked like he was hoping for a penalty, but he's going to get a call instead.
Yeah.
Looks like blocking
with the head.
So he's headed off to the penalty box. It's a power jam for Maelstrom, and Maelstrom's just going to eat it up with just 34 seconds remaining on the period clock. All they got to do is burn off the time.
Yeah, there is absolutely no reason for the Maelstrom jammer to even enter the pack.
And it looks like he's going to play that strategy. I know that a lot of people get upset about that, but it only makes sense. Why take the risk that you're going to get in the pack, get forced on a cut, or forearm happens, or a lot of penalties that don't happen on purpose.
Yeah, it's no different than taking a knee at the end of a football game. That's what you're seeing here. I know a lot of people aren't going to like that. I'm sure our Twitter feed's going to blow up here in a minute. Oh, nobody wants to watch that. It's just more stroller derby.
And clock has expired. He just now noticed that. You could tell. That's exactly what he's doing, waiting for those seconds to tick off so he could call off the jam and secure that win. Now, unofficial final, 144-212 Maelstrom. I'm going to say that even if there is a change in the score, it's not going to change who wins. So Maelstrom taking the win. They'll go on to play Your Mom Men's Roller Derby at 8:30 in the morning.
Way to play it safe there, Bangers.
I just, I don't want to take any chance that I'm going to mess things up. It is the unofficial final.
We don't want you to go out on a limb or anything there with your prediction.
That's it. Maelstrom taking their victory lap out there. What a great game that was.
Yeah, it was. That was so much fun to watch. And really, Maelstrom kind of I would have to say now that 2013 is their coming out party. They are saying, we are here. We have arrived. We just knocked off Magic City. They knocked off New York earlier this year.
Absolutely, and now they've got a chance. They're coming up against last year's champions in the morning. Let's hope they eat a good power breakfast and come in here with their heads in the game.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to watch to see how Des Moines handles these rough and tumble packs of Maelstrom, because they have a very unique combination of power and agility that I think could give Des Moines some real big problems tomorrow morning.
And that is true. So I'm definitely a game I'm going to be interested to see play out tomorrow. That's for sure.
Definitely the one I'm looking forward to. So from here at the 2013 MRDA Championships in Sioux City, we are going to pass the mic off. You are watching here on WFTDA.tv.